was asked to read this prepared statement.
Wait for the slide.
You should have a cloaked guy beside you with a machete.
Everyone thought Group W Bench was a happy-go-lucky gang of ukulele players who enjoyed heckling and noodling, cookies and root beer, comic books, and comical songs. Sure, they were miscreants and one Mr. Creant, but everyone thought they were nice enough, if a little weird and maybe just a little too loud at times. And then it was bound to happen. Some people got used to fame and the jet-set style of a traveling Turkish folk singer, not naming any names. Add to that a habit of drinking real beer on an empty stomach and never enough sleep, and it was getting out of control. Upstaging, upsetting, uppity, snorting and laughing loudly at her own jokes and putting others down. Really. It seemed like she thought she was better than everyone else, just because she had loads of YouTube hits. Like the public is any judge of good taste. But that wasn't the only problem. Some people just couldn't stop playing, not naming any names, never missing an opportunity to get up there and play with anyone. And not just playing, overplaying. The grossly insensitive grandstanding and unrepentant noodling of this Hendrix-aping hack was driving a wedge between the benchers. Okay, so he knows how to play every chord in every position, but that shouldn't give him license to run musically amok. A line was drawn. Allegiances were cast. The group, once the hallmark of ukulele-inspired camaraderie, splintered into warring, bitter factions, loosening the pent-up frustration of sitting week after week, elbow to cheekbone, on the overcrowded bench by hurling insults and invectives so cruel and puerile that even the most mild-mannered of benchers was drawn into the fray and wounded. And wounded some more. They may have been angry on the outside, but inside, each was crying. Regretting what came out of their mouths, but too proud to take it back. The bench, the terrain of jovial mensch and wenches, was on the brink of collapse. Would it ever end? Yes, clearly something drastic was needed. An anonymous angel sent them all a flyer for a primal strum therapy retreat located high in the hills of New Liskeard. At first, the group were somewhat stunned to learn that this was a nude retreat. Something they had all thought. Somehow they had thought it was all about noodling. But with nothing between them but their ukuleles, stripped down of all pretensions, they worked through the hurt caused by misunderstandings and got back to a healthy balance of gentle antagonism and good-natured ridicule in C6 tuning. In fact, they just might be better than ever. Reuniting at the back room of Corktown, right where it all began, Group W Bench.
There's too many people on this stage.
Okay, knock it off. You can be it.
Okay, guys, we're starting off badly. We talked about this in the hot tub. Pull it together. Oops. Oh, we lost it. All right, well, are we all right? I'm going to fall off the end. You need it.
We're used to playing crowded like this.
Yeah. There's no limit to what they need. Cheek to cheek.
Cheek to cheek.
Yeah.
Do we need to get... Hang on, yeah, hang on. We need Olson in the middle.
Sorry, David needs
Olson
to
needs to be in the middle.
here.
Oh, of course, to be in the middle. I feel like I need to sit off the end and swing my
Mine's
hand.
here.
All right.
That was great.
Eve can count us in. She's professional.
Oh, I am.
And not drum.
Who most is the least strong?
You, David.
It's always me.
2, 3, 4.
Why decide who sits here on our bench? Why can't we be friends? 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 I may not like the chords that you play, but it don't matter 'cause it's ukulele. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
The color of your youth don't matter to me. If it's a regal or a harmony.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? La 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 la. Why can't we be friends? 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 Why can't we be reunited and it feels so good? Reunited and understood. There's one perfect fit and sugar, this thing is it. We all are so excited 'cause we're reunited. Hey, hey.